So I want to welcome everybody and it freezes right at the top, right off the top. I want to welcome everybody for joining us today with our virtual travel party with the president of InteleTravel, Mr. James Ferrara, and our personal one-star director, Ms. Latoya Chin. I believe Latoya is
Uh-oh, sweetie, you're
definitely joining us out of Atlanta, Georgia. And I froze.
Hey Tisha, you're freezing up.
Yeah, I may have froze on that part.
Yes. But I'm here.
I froze again, didn't I?
No, I'm just letting you know that I'm here. So if for some reason you get frozen and you need to go out, I don't think it'll disconnect myself and James. But I'm ready.
No, it won't. No, it won't. What I was basically saying is that I know Toya's in Atlanta, but I'm not sure.
Thank you. We'll have a contest to see who
he's
can guess
definitely
where I
a
am
traveling
tonight.
jet setter. So I'm not sure which continent he's on, but we welcome him.
I'm in my home in New York. A rare occasion that I'm actually home.
So I wanted to.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. So you're in the NYC. So I wanted to get started without me pausing. Wanted to get started by basically letting Mr. Ferrara introduce
Sure, I'll
himself.
jump in and do that
first
while
off, and tell us
Tisha's
why
frozen
he
for a
decided
moment.
to join the travel industry and why he
Thank you
chose
so much
to
for
start
having me
with
here, both of you,
InteleTravel.
Tisha and Latoya. I think Tisha's going to bow out and try to log back in. The wonders of technology, right? But I'll go ahead with that question, which is how and why I got involved in the travel industry. Actually, as a very young boy, my father was an executive with John Hancock, the life insurance and financial services company. And at the time, in the 70s, it was one of the top 10 largest corporations in the world. If you took, I remember he used to say, if you took U.S. Steel and Ford Motor Company and put them together, they still wouldn't be as large as Hancock was at the time. So it was a huge sales culture. It was sales conventions, $1 million round table, big learning events. We would go to these huge production meetings, multi-million dollars, all around the world. And the speakers, I remember over the years, were Ronald Reagan and Lauren Bacall. The entertainment was Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. I mean, it was top of the line kind of sales culture. And it allowed him to take me along with him to Hong Kong, Thailand, Italy, Scotland. By the time I was 15 years old, I had traveled around the world. So I really got the bug because of my dad. And I'll add that he used to travel like a pasha. Okay, he traveled with like Sherpas and suites strung together. I mean, he was a really larger than life kind of man. So the kind of travel that I saw was, you know, absolutely the best, most impressive kind of travel. I stayed in the top hotels around the world, the best restaurants in the world. And by the time I was 15, I had been around the world already. So that was the bug. That was where I got the wanderlust from. Then as a slightly older guy, not a teenager anymore, I decided to go into it as a business because, look, you can be in any business, right? It's a gift to be in a business that everybody is interested in. It's a gift to be in a business that's so passionate, that everyone wants to talk about, that everyone wants to do, even in good times and in recessionary times. In a way, businessmen travel more when the economy is not good because they're working harder to get that business. So it's kind of a recession-proof industry too. I also recognized when I was a teenager that traveling gifted you something special, right? This perspective on the world and understanding of other cultures. It broadened my mind. It opened up my imagination. I mean, there were just so many wonderful things about it. There's actually a quote from Mark Twain that I love, and that is, travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. And that is absolutely true. If you travel the world, you can't be bigoted. You can't be narrow-minded. We say something at InteleTravel when we tell people to become independent travel agents. One of the reasons is to become more interesting as a person. And that's another gift that travel gives us. So that's how and sort of why I got involved.
Well, that was a great response and impressive, I must say. It's impressive to hear the history of actually how you got the travel bug. And I think it's great that you got the travel bug really early. And I think that's important for a lot of people. So Miss Latoya Chin, our one-star director, she will be representing for and speaking more on PlanNet Marketing side. But I kind of have the same question for her as well, as what got your interest in actually wanting to work in a travel industry? What was your travel bug?
Now, that's a good question, because I've been in the industry of network marketing, now for over 10 years. But travel is still fairly, very, very new to me, coming from the product industry. But in network marketing, the goal is to always be able to have freedom. The goal is to always be able to travel the world, to enjoy your life. We were always traveling anyways, building our teams, opening up more outlets, opening up more stores, reaching for what we sell here in PlanNet Marketing and InteleTravel, which is recess, which is freedom, which is traveling the world. So it just made sense. But the light bulb for me really went off when I started to think about my daughter. And I said to myself, I've got to live by the principles that were instilled in me. And that was, there's no greater gift than the gift of exposure that you can give your children. And so being in the industry has been amazing. I've had some great times in network marketing, but to now be able to have the best of both worlds, where you can help a lot of people, have that time freedom, financial freedom, and see the world and allow for our children to see the world, it's priceless. It's priceless.
That's another great reason why you're doing it for your future. Now, I would like to ask both of you to tell me, what do you feel some of the benefits are for Latoya for being in a network business platform, and for James for being a travel agent, period? What are the benefits that you see for people, to say, why should I become a travel agent, or why should I join a network business?
Me first?
Sure. Ladies first.
Ladies first, right? Well, joining the travel industry as a true travel professional just totally makes sense. If we're going to travel anyways, why not be properly educated? Why not be able to sell someone on places that we've actually been, that we genuinely enjoy, and at the same time be paid? Be able to help people. It's a pay it forward business, but you are creating those priceless memories. You're experiencing so much at the same time by traveling the world. Because as we travel, as we build all around the globe, as we, now that we're in Europe and we're in the UK, I mean, we are seeing different countries and building in different countries at the same time. And that is just amazing. That is one of the things that has really attracted me and has everyone excited and got you on our team, Isha. So I'm
And Mr. Ferrara, the same question for you.
Sure. From the travel side, the benefits of being an independent travel agent, a home-based travel agent. I don't like to say part-time, because some people do it full-time, some people do it part-time. It's sort of right time, being a right time travel agent, are very, just as Latoya said, there's basically two, right? The two basic ones are the income. is a great way to make extra income. Now, we don't show pictures of people on the travel in the travel business standing in front of their mansions or, you know, with their fingers in their suspenders in front of their Rolls Royce. I'm not promising you your first million. But what I am promising you is if you're willing to put something into it, it's about the easiest home business you can have that allows you to make a couple of $100 a month extra to maybe a couple of extra $1,000 a month. I mean, we have people who make big six-figure incomes selling travel. And to Latoya's point about coming from a product-based company, like you're selling lotions and potions or anything like that, right? What often happens in those network marketing companies is you have a really strong arm of on the marketing side, right? You're building your organization, you're getting lots of compensation. But in a lot of those product companies, across from that big, strong marketing arm is kind of a withered, weak arm where the product is supposed to be, right? Because nobody's actually buying the product. No one's actually selling the product. If there's product at all, it's probably in your garage, right? That's the way a lot of those product companies go. So the only money that goes out into the field comes from the marketing side, comes from building your organization. Now compare that to InteleTravel. This past month, PlanNet Marketing sent out over $140,000 in sales commissions, marketing sales commissions from selling the PlanNet opportunity and the InteleTravel home-based business, right? Over $140,000 went out into the field. But on this other arm, which here is strong like the marketing arm, another $140-something thousand went out to the field in travel commissions. So in this opportunity, the PlanNet InteleTravel opportunity, twice as much money is going out into the field because you have a strong marketing organization and you also have a strong product. This is a very rare situation. So I would tell you, income, huge. It is fairly easy to make money as a home-based travel agent. There's no inventory to keep. There's no billing. There's none of that paperwork, right? We make it so easy after 25 years of honing these systems and adding marketing tools and stuff. We've got it to a point where if you want to do it, it's fairly easy to do. Then on the other side from income is your own personal travel experiences. Everybody knows that people in the travel industry get special deals, very low pricing, special treatment stuff. That should not be your main focus for taking on this opportunity. But it is certainly a great secondary benefit because you will travel more than you ever did before. You'll travel better and you'll travel for less, right? You'll get treated like a VIP. You will get upgrades. And so none of that, of course, is guaranteed. It's all based on supplier policy, but InteleTravel sells so much travel and we do such a good job at what we do that we're welcomed by our partners in the industry and they recognize our agents. We've got a job to do all together to keep it that way, right? To follow the rules and be respectful of our partners, but you get a lot of personal travel benefit. And then a few things I would add to that just quickly that people don't always talk about is this really is an educational opportunity to be an agent. It's like what I was saying that when you travel, there's such a great benefit to travel for your own personal self-development, right? And so being a home-based travel agent educates you. And travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. That's what we say, right? So it enriches you. And I always say we are in the position where the world is our classroom. Right? I posted on Facebook over the weekend a picture of me in New York City saying the world is my classroom. And I've gotten like 300 comments on it already. But it really is true. The world is my classroom. That's the business I'm in, and that's how I learn. So I love that self-improvement, and I love the idea that being a home-based travel agent just makes you a more interesting person. So I think those are great benefits.
We have a question here. And it's coming from Mr. Zach Shahid. He would like to know, how did InteleTravel decide to partner with PlanNet?
Oh, that's a great question and a great story. I have been friendly with Andy Cawthon for many years. I have great respect for him. He's not typical of the kinds of executives that you meet in network marketing. Usually network marketing companies are led by very charismatic people, right? But not necessarily good business people. You see that a lot. When I met Andy Cawthon, he was working for a competitor, really, but I was so impressed with him. His corporate discipline, his business-like mind, that we became friendly competitors and friends. So Andy came to me and said, I have somebody who is a professional network marketer who wants to start a business and be in travel, but rather than build a travel business from scratch, he's interested in partnering with you because you've built your business over 25 years and he doesn't have 25 years to wait to build that, right? So is there a way we could partner? And I would normally not entertain those kinds of conversations because I don't trust a lot of the network marketing companies that I've seen over the years, frankly. And I don't mean any disrespect, but 25 years of business for me with InteleTravel, this is my baby. And I'm not going to marry off my baby to just anybody. But the introduction came from Andy, and that's what made the difference for me. So I agreed to meet with the gentleman who turned out to be Donald Bradley. In the first 3 meetings with Donald, we never talked money. And that was a big indicator for me that this was a different kind of opportunity than I was used to in network marketing. And Donald only talked about wanting to have control over a company. He had always been in control of the field, but not the company, and had gotten into situations where the company made promises and didn't keep them, where the company changed the compensation plan, where the company did all kinds of things that he felt were not respectful of the field. And he's like, I can't be in that situation anymore. I'm obligated to these people, and I need to control what's going on. I need my own company, but I don't have time to build a travel company, and I'm never going to have what you have. So I'd like to talk to you about partnering together. And that was really the genesis of the idea. And because he talked about families, changing lives, customer service, I knew after the first meeting that we were closely tied as businessmen, that we were the same kind of business people, and that a deal like this would be possible. So we have Andy Cawthon to thank for the introduction, and of course he helped Donald and I build the partnership.
We have another question. Hold on one second. My system over here is not being very friendly. The next question is coming from Christine, and she would like to know, how would you answer to someone who asks, what makes InteleTravel different from other travel projects?
Okay. Well, first of all, we're the first. When I started this company in 1992, there was not another, 91, 92, there was not another company that had home-based outside travel agents. There were lots of traditional agencies who had 1 or 2 outside agents. That was an old idea, but there had never been a travel company designed to support a network of outside independent travel agents. InteleTravel was the first. We are the original host agency. We've been doing it the longest, 25 years. And in those 25 years, an impeccable reputation and 2.5 decades of relationships with our travel partners. So even after 25 years, we have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. We have trained and accredited over 500,000 independent agents. We've sold billions of dollars in travel. And the people at Royal Caribbean and Carnival and Marriott who were in the field 25 years ago as local representatives and business development managers, and who worked with me then, are now the presidents and vice presidents of all of these brands. So travel is still a bit of an old-fashioned business in the sense that it's a relationship business. And it's very hard for someone new to come in, a company new to come in and get access to those people and those kinds of relationships. And I believe that I have that I have friendships with the most powerful people in the industry, and that we sit in the top membership of CLIA, and that we sit in the president's circle of vacation.com. I mean, it takes a long time to come to that expertise and credibility. And over those 25 years, we've honed our systems, our service, our marketing tools. So I don't think there's anybody who provides close even to what InteleTravel provides as an opportunity in the travel industry.
I can attest, being an agent, that since I've been with InteleTravel, I have received so much more training than other places. I've also been welcomed a lot more by suppliers when I mention that I am with InteleTravel, and being the fact that I am a little social media nut and be posting everywhere. I've actually had travel agencies or travel suppliers contact me asking me, who do I talk to so I can be part of your agency, because they want to become suppliers with us.
Sure.
So I think that reputation is really strong, and that's one of the questions that Mr. Zach Shahid had, is what advice would you give to agents in the field to protect our solid reputation? Now, I want to also direct that to Latoya as well with the PlanNet Marketing side, since that we are two separate companies, and PlanNet Marketing is building their reputation while InteleTravel has a very solid one.
So there's I see two questions, Tisha.
We're going to start with Zach first.
Okay.
I'm going to post them in the little box as they come.
Gotcha. I'm looking at the other side. Okay, so Zach wants me to answer about the agents. Building the reputation side of network marketing has its pros and cons, and I think that InteleTravel makes it a whole lot easier because we just don't have a lot of mud on our faces. And I'll say that in terms of when you're looking at partnering with a company in network marketing, companies have been through a lot in terms of getting a lot of bad press. And when you're trying to get a new agent to launch off their business and build a solid foundation, you want to make sure that they're building it with the ambassadors of that particular product and service. And that's what we provide with InteleTravel. InteleTravel truly is the ambassador of the travel industry right now. They're leading the charge without PlanNet Marketing. Now, combined with PlanNet Marketing, InteleTravel is just going to be unstoppable. In terms of a new agent coming in, trying to build a network marketing platform for the first time, I would suggest that they leverage the fact that you have a exclusive product that no one else has with InteleTravel. And it's important to always say that, because I came from a previous travel project that was not exclusive, that people in other companies were able to say, oh, we utilize that company as well. Not good. Not good. Not good. So for a new agent building the business, I think it really helps to be able to know that, hey, you have an amazing product that is exclusive. And I'm going to tell you, when you're dealing with high-end professionals, they want exclusive things. They want the best of the best. They want high-end, and you should want that for yourself as well.
And this is not, I mean, this is your side of the business, but I'm going to say something here too. In your corporate leadership, in your founder, Donald Bradley, your president and CEO, Andy Cawthon, with Leanne Treckler, you have people who are very concerned about compliance and very concerned about protecting you and your personal reputation in the field. So they've designed this in the right way. They've legally set up everything correctly and fully compliant, and they're very concerned about compliance. Donald talks to me about it all the time. He says, make sure people aren't saying this and aren't saying that. He gets it. So you have that protection on the PlanNet Marketing side, that your corporate leadership is thinking about how to do things the right way. Okay, even in France, in England, we both companies have attorneys in both countries, and we went through all the paperwork and process to make sure that we were fully compliant and legal there. I know about some other opportunities that didn't do it that way, right? So on the travel side,
Right
on the travel side, what you can do to help protect our reputation at InteleTravel is just follow the guidelines. We have a wonderful training manual, and nobody wants to read, but it's only really an hour or two, and everything you need to know is in there. And if you read it, you won't make the mistakes that could lead to reputation problems. And another thing that you have to do is recognize that we are two separate companies, right? One, a distribution company. And although new, it's put together by people with amazing reputations, decades of reputation, right? So it's not really a startup. And certainly InteleTravel is not a startup. So you have a distribution company on one side. And what is the job of PlanNet Marketing? To sell InteleTravel, right? To sell the InteleTravel home-based business opportunity and provide a network marketing opportunity to PlanNet reps. Very simple, right? What is InteleTravel's purpose? To support independent agents selling travel. That's it. Very simple. Two separate companies. If you understand that, then you will protect our reputations by keeping those businesses separate. Because a mistake that the older style travel companies did in network marketing is they got that all mushed together. Okay. And the next question I saw was, do you have to be an agent and a marketing rep? And this is kind of related, right? Because the answer is no.
Right.
Okay. You could be a PlanNet Marketing rep, sell the InteleTravel opportunity, get sales commissions for doing that, and build your organization to increase your sales commissions. And you don't have to be an independent travel agent. And the opposite is true. You could run into somebody who has no interest in network marketing. He gives you all that old myth stuff about why they don't want to be in network marketing. And if you can't get them over that, fine. If it's travel they want and they want to sell travel and earn some money, you could make them an independent agent. And you don't have to do both. When you talk about them, you should talk about them separately. When you post on social media, you post about PlanNet, and there you're posting about network marketing and building your organization. If you're posting about InteleTravel, you're posting about travel sales and maybe our partners, all the big brand names, but you don't put the two together. Okay? That's one way to keep us on the right side of the industry. Don't talk to the travel industry about network marketing, right? You don't talk to Hertz about building your organization or about your compensation that you're getting from PlanNet or whatever. They want to hear from you that you're selling their product, that you're selling travel, and that your passion is travel. So you keep the two separate, and that's going to keep us out of any kind of issues, reputation issues in the industry. And then otherwise, you just do what's right. Read the training manual. It'll be very clear to you, and it's always easier to do what's right.
Now, as we've been talking, I know one of the questions that
Tisha, I want to
some people have.
I want to add to what James just went over, because being in the industry, we were never really able to separate them. And that now is the game changer. Because once you mentioned your product and you mentioned your service, everyone automatically who was skeptic and felt like network marketing was a pyramid scheme, they were like this: stay away. I don't want to have anything to do with it. But if they love travel and they just want to be travel professionals, they just want to be travel agents, we offer that to them without them having to come to presentations, without them having to recruit anyone. And that has allowed for our organization to build something very, very special. And people are still earning a very good income. Those who are looking to build a network marketing solid, still build it through enrolling more and more travel agents. And Tisha, you are a prime example of that. And I wanted to bring that to everyone's attention because you weren't necessarily in for the network marketing side. You were like, if I hit gold, cool. If I become a director, cool. But the main focus for you was travel. You love travel. You love booking travel. You spend hours and hours of researching and learning and perfecting your craft. You've mastered your product. And it wasn't necessarily mastering the network marketing side in the beginning. What I love about what we have with InteleTravel is you can become a booker, and you can always turn a booker into a builder. But it's so hard to turn a builder into a booker. Now, I'm a builder, but I'm turning into a booker. So I guess there's a double standard there. But It's one of those things where I'm actually very proud to represent this company on the InteleTravel side, because there are a lot of people who have been wanting to work with me, wanting to work with other networkers because of our relationships, but they just don't want to be full-time network marketers who are out here recruiting and building a distribution. Those people who join PlanNet Marketing, we are joining understanding that we want to build outlets and a huge distribution of other travel agents, other travel professionals underneath us. That is our goal in PlanNet Marketing, is to not just sell the InteleTravel store, but to continue to allow for everyone to have that option. Finally, in network marketing, I tell people, you get to choose. You can have option 1, you can have option 2, or you can have them both. So that's one of the best things about what we have InteleTravel.
And now we're going to make it even better, because a little sneak preview, but coming up very shortly, we'll be introducing option number 4, which is the travel club that we've been piloting in France and the UK, opening here in the US. So now you'll actually have a travel product for people maybe who aren't interested in a home business. They just want to travel and save money. So we've got another InteleTravel backed product that is just tearing it up in Europe, and we're going to be bringing it here to the US. Little sneak preview from me. I'm not giving you any dates or anything, but it's coming very shortly.
That just made me very happy.
Yep.
That just made me very happy.
This too. I don't want anybody to feel anything negative about network marketing, because I got to be honest with you. Anybody who sees the sense in being a home-based travel agent, when you then show them that compensation plan on the PlanNet side, anybody with any kind of business sense or interest in income has got to be interested in that. In the Matrix, in the director program, I mean, it's amazing. I want to be in it. I keep telling Donald, when do I get in there? Because I think it's incredibly powerful.
It is.
So Toya, can you give us some nuggets and some information about the marketing side, about how to get compensated from that aspect, if you decide to be a builder, that is?
Well, here's the thing about being an InteleTravel professional is, when people see you traveling, when they see that you are having clients who are giving you shout outs and posting pictures of them being on vacation and saying that you're the best travel agent in the world, and now they're contacting you saying, I want in, how do I do what you do? Guess what? The only way to do what I do is to become a marketing rep. Then the benefits of bringing on people aboard the PlanNet Marketing side allows for you to get paid almost 6 times a month. We get paid every Friday for our direct commissions, for being able to, of course, bring on new agents. We get a 50% match every time they bring on new agents. And then they have put in team bonuses that range from $10 all the way to $60. And right now, because of our promotion, which I'm very grateful for, but April the 1st, our compensation plan goes on steroids, where everyone is now going to double their income. So we're getting paid every Friday. Then we're getting paid on the 10th of every month residually. And then when you hit director, you get paid on the 1st of every month. All behind doing what you were going to do anyway. So when you think about the income potential on top of the travel commissions, and James, I definitely want you to touch on that, because the numbers have caused me not to sleep at night in terms of the travel side. When you combine those two, it's just game over for anyone who gets involved in the travel industry, period.
Yep. Plus, you're running some contests on the PlanNet side. You've got a March Madness contest and a free cruise contest that people are qualifying for, and all of this kind of leading up to March 31st as the deadline. That's when the pricing changes. So I imagine the next couple of weeks are just going to be crazy. But you're right about commissions. I told you we sent out over $140,000 last month. I just saw the commission check run a couple of days ago for this month. Checks are already out, and I'll tell you a couple of things. One agent's receiving a check for over $20,000 on a group cruise, single booking of a group cruise, over $20,000 from 1 month. That's 1 month's work. Okay. Now, she's a six-figure earner with us. I have another agent who in February had the single largest sale. It was a Crystal Cruise, not a group, a family on Crystal Cruise, a $300,000 booking, and the agent's share of the commission is about $28,000. Okay? From just this past February. This is the realness, guys. These are the real
my teacher's salary, James, when I first started teaching at Florida State University's charter school. That was my teacher's salary for the whole year.
One check for a month. But those people are extraordinary. Let's look at what else is going on. There are hundreds of checks that have gone out for over $100. There were, and over $200 and over $400. Then I looked at over $500. That's a significant number. I'm going to tell you why. But there were, I think, 43 checks just this month that went to independent agents for over $500. Now, that covers the cost of their InteleTravel business for an entire year. 1 month check, right? That means the other 11 months are what? Profit, all profit, right? There were several people who had over $1,000, over $2,000, a couple over $4,000 and $5,000 in commissions. So people are really earning money out there. That's another sign in the network marketing business. You look at companies and only a slight number of people at the very top are making any kind of money. But here we're already seeing so much money going out into the field. That means you're all doing a great job, which I'm very thankful for and proud of you. But it also means that we put together a business model that really works for everybody.
Right.
The total commission sales, by the way, for the PlanNet group right now, for everyone who's come to us through PlanNet only, I'm not looking at the rest of my legacy business, is now, it was $5.5 million last weekend. So when I show up in Baltimore this weekend, I'll have the new numbers for the event there, and I'm sure it'll be over $6 million now. Mm. We're going at about $100,000 a day. That's over $6 million in 4 months. We're only 4 months old. We're still a baby. The baby's still crawling, right? And we're selling it over $100,000 a day. And there are more PlanNet reps and InteleTravel agents every day. So this is just going to accelerate and accelerate. I can't tell you where we'll be at the end of the year. I can't really calculate it.
That's a lot of money. Yeah. So that's but it's the great thing behind it is, even though we have brought in so much money coming in from commissions and travel, it's the fact that coming from a travel-based type person, we are sending so many people on experiences that they may not have been able to do by themselves. We're providing the extra little gifts, you can say, for them, the extra inclusions, things that they weren't even thinking about, that we take the time with our training and our experiences, we can provide for them. And I think that right there is just awesome, because there are people who are trying to, like, I helped somebody plan a trip to Florida to go to, they originally wanted to go to Disney, and then she mentioned her son loves Harry Potter. So I said, okay, no, you're going to Universal Studios because you have to go to Diagon Alley and bring me back a cape and a wand for me. And when I gave her the price for the flight, the hotel, interest to the park, and I gave her the actual price, she actually wanted me to run it again because she didn't believe the deals and the discounts that I was able to find for her on a last minute trip.
Excellent.
And it's just I love it personally. I think everybody that's on here that's watching loves to travel, or they wouldn't be here. And I know everyone has their own personal goals when they came into travel and why they're here. For me, my personal goal was, I just love travel. I personally don't like sitting in one place for more than a few years, which is why I tend to move a lot, which makes my mom a little upset because she can't keep up with my addresses. But I love the ability to basically go onto the site and look at the fam trips and just say, where do I want to go now? Where can I take my mom? Where can I take my sister? And that's exactly what I'm doing. My mom, I'm going to let you know now, Latoya, my mom is looking very forward to meeting you when we go to Dominican Republic. She cannot wait to meet you. My goal is by the end of that trip, she will be a rep as well. I am slowly encouraging her, but it's just, and I've met so many great people. That's one thing I definitely can say when you're in a good network marketing structure, you meet a lot of great people that go from just being your business partners to becoming your friends and lifelong friends. So I love it. I get excited, and Toya knows I can get real excited when it comes to travel too.
Well, Tisha, that's beautiful. It's beautiful to hear. And we're coming. I want to tell you something else. You've got the training manual, you've got videos, you have a quick start guide in your back. So people say to me, how do I get started? It really is all there. You just need to go to it. And I'm adding to that now, starting this spring. We're coming out on the road with InteleTravel agent educational events going around to all the major cities. We're starting in Atlanta, April 9th, and Dallas in April 16th. And I've been working with Shedrick White to put those together. These are just travel days, right? I'm bringing suppliers with us. We'll have vacation.com and Royal Caribbean and Club Med and a number of other major brands coming with us. And we'll be spending a whole day with you on the details of how to grow your travel business and how to make money selling travel. So we're bringing that to you too. You have tons of support at InteleTravel. Just got to go in your back office there and start poking around.
Yes, the back office is wonderful. So at this point, I just wanted to know if we had any more questions that anybody might have to ask either one of our guest blabbers. I guess that's the term, blabbers, while we're here. I definitely want to thank everybody now for everybody showing up, asking your questions. And I want to thank my first one-star director, Latoya Chin, for taking time out of her busy schedule for being here. And I want to thank Mr. James Ferrara for taking a break on his travel schedule for being here. If you follow him on Facebook.
My first blab.
This is his first blab. And you did excellent. Oh, you did excellent. You did excellent. I hope it won't be your last blab.
No. I'm happy to join you whenever you need me.
Oh, great. So if you have any closing remarks about travel, about PlanNet Marketing, how to get started, anything that you would like to share to our wonderful audience?
Sure. I'll say this to you. If you were going to build the perfect business, right, you would pick something everybody wants to talk about and something everybody does. And you would pick something that's automated and doesn't have a lot of paperwork and a lot of inventory and stuff for you to do. You would pick something that's been around a long time and has a strong reputation and credibility, a track record that you would trust, right? You would pick all those things and you would build your home-based business, but you don't have to do it. We did it for you already because that's InteleTravel. In the travel business, it is the best possible home-based business you can have. And then I'm telling you, you can build your business on our 25-year reputation. Been here for 25 years. I promise you we'll be here for at least 25 more. So if you're going to build your business somewhere, pick someplace like that, right? Don't build your business on sand. Build your business on a rock. And Donald Bradley and Andy Cawthon have arranged for you to do that. They got you a rock. You can build your business here and feel comfortable that you're going to make money for as long as you want to, and you even have something to leave to your generations too. So I have a great time, everybody. We do sell Recess. Have a great time, Recess, selling travel. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. And Toya, do you have any closing remarks for us?
I do. One of the things that I really just want everyone to understand is the timing. And it's very, very critical that we close with you knowing that this is a time that every single network marketer dreams of having in the industry. This is a time of being in the right place at the right time with the right people, where you have a new company without the risk of a startup, where you are catching the company before momentum. You're catching a company before we get to that point of everyone saying, oh, there's PlanNet Marketing, there's Intel. They hear about it all around the country you want to be in before creating that wave. You don't want to wait 2 to 3 years to decide to build it, because those who get in at the beginning, those who have the right company at the right time, they tend to really put themselves in a position to truly build that legacy income, that residual income that you can will to your children. And I have never been in a time like this before. After all of the companies that I've been in, and I have been in a few, I think that they've all prepared me for this moment in time, because I've been in a startup company that didn't have a solid foundation, that had 5 investors, and within 3 months, the company was going under. The investors were pulling out. They weren't making a profit. It was a total disaster. So when I got introduced to this, and being in day one, like, I wanted Donald to process my credit card like before launch date, because I knew that we had something very, very special with InteleTravel. When you mention InteleTravel, especially being from Miami, everyone is just looking at you like, oh yes, oh my God, it's a whole new world. When I mentioned my other company, it was like the most embarrassing thing, because it just didn't make sense to them that someone would be representing a company that didn't complement them. And so I just want you guys to know that this is a company that will complement you as a professional. The network marketing side has the best timing and positioning for those who see it. If you understand that travel is something that people are going to do anyways, like Zach said, if you guys look at the comments, he hit it right on the nail with the fact that people are going to do this. We are all participating in this $8 trillion industry, whether we like it or not. You're going to participate in it. And InteleTravel and PlanNet Marketing says, hey, get in the middle of it. Don't miss your check. Someone's going to get paid. Why not you? Why not get in the middle of that transaction? So I'm very, very excited about what PlanNet Marketing has with InteleTravel. I love the fact that they're 2 separate companies that you can build alongside each other, and allow for each and every one of you guys who are building this on a part-time basis to earn a full-time income, to be able to travel the world, to be able to actually be a product of the product. It's very, very exciting to be taking an InteleTravel trip in June with my business partners, with my family. You know, it's being able to do that. It just doesn't get any better than that. It just doesn't. So I'm very, very excited. I know that we're going to continue to push through and share this opportunity with as many people as possible. And we're going to look back at this blab a year from now and be able to compare the stats and look at all of the people who are on here, and they're going to be 5-star, 6-star directors in the company, and they're going to be earning millions of dollars in travel with Intel. So I'm excited about the platform and where we are.
I'm excited too. I'm excited for many reasons. Toya knows about my excitement, and my sponsor who's on here as well, Miss Erin, she knows that I don't get excited very often. I'm kind of the laid back one, but when I get excited, I get excited. And this combination, I took the trust and I followed Latoya, and it's just been great ever since. So for everybody who's watching this live, who's watching this on the replay, I hope you take a moment to actually take a look at our companies, get back to the person that sent you this link, and, you know, come join us on the travel world. Come be a wanderer like everybody else. So I'm gonna say good night, have a good evening, and enjoy the world.